Maya, and it's a privilege to be here tonight, thank you. So hello, my name's MJ, and I'm here representing Genesis in Sale Moor. Sale Moor is a small area in the south of Manchester. It's quite a deprived area, but it's often overlooked because it's surrounded by quite affluent areas such as Altrincham and Sale itself. And like I said, it's a deprived area, and there are a lot of issues that go on, such as crime, antisocial behaviour, and drug and alcohol misuse. And 850 of the houses in this area are housing association houses, which, considering the small area that it is quite a large percentage. So who are Genesis? Genesis, we are a project that aims to support the children and families and young people of Sale Moor. And we do this in several ways. We run a youth café a couple of nights a week, and a drop-in for young adults. And we also run and have run parenting courses and groups, and we run a kids club in a local primary school. And we've also recently started a drop-in listening and counselling service for people. We want to be a positive influence in the area. I got into youth work because, as a young person, I didn't have a very easy time, and I can't tell you how powerful and valuable it is having somebody there who is a role model who can give you a bit of encouragement and point you in the right direction. And as Sale Moor is known for having these issues with crime and antisocial behaviour, a lot of that stems from the fact that many of these young people haven't had positive role models in their life. And from the fact that there is very little youth provision in this area. So that's one thing we want to do as Genesis, is to be those role models and to build relationships with them. Because we're right there, we're on the street, as you'll see a little bit later, we're right where they are, we're in the heart of the community. And we want to serve the community to help people to reach their full potential. So this can mean several things. It can mean enabling young adults to get into employment where they weren't in employment before, so we're increasing their employability. Or it can mean supporting a stressed single parent with parenting skills and advice, which they in turn can pass on to their kids who will parent. Or it can mean enabling young people to make wise choices about how they act and behave in their daily life, and this reduces crime as we build relationships with them. This is where we're based. This is Refresh. This is our shop. It's on a row of shops, and like I said, it's on the street. It's where the young people tend to hang out. So it gives the young people a space where they can come to get off the street and to stay away from getting up to all sorts and getting into drugs and alcohol, that kind of thing. And it also, it's twofold. It gets them off the street, but it also enables us to build relationships with them in a safe environment. And you know, that can stretch. You know, you can put in a little amount and it can stretch so far, because building a relationship with a young person can increase their self-esteem so much. So here are just some of our partners that we have partnered with over the years. As you see, we've got the police there and Trafford Housing Trust, as well as Positive Activities for Young People, which is an initiative from the council aimed at reducing the amount of young people in the criminal justice system. And of course we've got Trafford Children and Young People Service, which at the moment is where we get our core funding from, but in the next few months will be coming to an end. So in a minute I'll get Dylan up to talk to you about his experience at Sale Moor. Just to give you a bit of an overview, we reach about 150 or more young people and children and parents per month. So with the costs, what it costs to run Genesis, the impact that it makes is huge, because as we're reaching young people, we're reducing crime, which, as you know, the amount that is spent from the government on trying to help young people in crime is so much. So we're reducing crime quite a lot in this area. So I'm just going to get Dylan up to speak to you about his experience of being in Sale Moor. Do you want to come up, Dylan? And he's going to tell you a bit more. Can you reach the mic? Yeah. Okay. So, Dylan, what's it like living in Sale Moor?
Sale Moor is an alright place, but with it being such a small area, there is nothing to do for the children, and all they can do cause chaos and crime.
So what about Refresh? Tell us about Refresh. What do you do in Refresh?
Refresh is the place where I can educate and meet friends, as well as it gets children off the streets so they don't have to commit crime, and it gives them somewhere to go throughout the nights instead of having to hang around the streets and park late at night. And it also resolves all sorts of problems for other people, and it's a place where I can go for advice and help if I'm worried or something.
Yeah. So that's just one example of this is Dylan that we've got to know over the last few years and doing activities with him. This is just one example of a young person who we've met and we've been able to make a difference with. That brings us to the end now, and we'll just receive any questions that you have